I'm Roger with Roger's Outdoor Channel. Today I'd like to, in our outdoor activities, I'd like to talk to you a little bit about hiking and see if I can't get you interested in doing a little bit more of it, and kind of share some of the techniques that I use that have allowed me to enjoy hiking a little bit more frequently over my lifetime. The first thing that I recommend doing is to just go to the internet. If you want to find hiking groups, as an example, in our area near Seattle, you can find groups that are men only, women only, people that like to hike during the week, on the weekends, evening. People that want to take a bus to go hiking. Just a number of different groups that some of them want to maybe help repair the trails or something. Different interests in the group. Some people like to climb hills, some people like flat walks, etc. So try that out. And then the second thing that you'll find on the internet is, ask in your area what are interesting hikes to go on. And you'll find, just generally speaking, a whole list of, big park, walk waterfronts, walk through wooded areas, climb outside, and a lot of the hikes will say, now here's where the trailhead is, here's the length of the hike, here's the difficulty level, whether it's flat or whether you're doing some climbing, etc. Do a little research and say, hey, that look, and some of them will have photographs of what you're going to see. So, you'll say to yourself, okay, this is an interesting one that I want to take, and kind of make a note of it. The first thing to really get you started, though, is to find hikes that are real nearby. I mean, just walk out your back, out your driveway and take a hike and say, what's interesting around here? And then have half a dozen hikes that are kind of interesting that won't take you very long to drive to them. If you've got some variety to your hikes, especially the shorter hikes, and you say, well, okay, I haven't been to the Lake to Lake Trail in a while, or I haven't been walking the waterfront to on the Art Walk or over to Lincoln Park, or all of those kind of things, that make a list that just take you just a couple minutes to get there, and just the scenery itself will be a good draw for you to have. Set yourself some goals. Say, hey, I want to hike 10 miles a week. I want to hike 3 days a week for at least half an hour. Just that kind of thing. Take a camera along if you're going to interesting places. Maybe even make some notes to yourself. Jot it down on your computer calendar. Say, hey, I hiked thus and such. Gee, I wish I'd have done it 2 weeks later because the wild asparagus were just about ready to come out or something. And those kind of notes will help you plan future trips a little bit. The other thing is if you are going out into a new area, especially in wilderness areas, take some safety precautions. You don't want to, especially if you're going by yourself, even if you're going with another person, it doesn't hurt to just tell somebody else where you're going, when you expect to be back, what your cell phone number is, to where people know to look for you if you don't show up at a certain time. Make sure that on your trip, what I do, is, especially in wilderness settings that I haven't been to before, is I assume that there's a possibility that I might get turned around and lost and might have to spend a night or two in the woods. And with that in mind, I keep packed a backpack that will have things in it that will make me comfortable if I have to stay a night or two in the woods unexpectedly. And things like compasses and knives and insect repellent and just even basic little things like plastic bags. I have 3 or 4 of these. They don't weigh much, but they're great for, wear them as boots if you want to cross a stream, or put 4 or 5 of them together and make a windbreaker out of it, or something to cover you if it starts raining. carry some string along to help tie things together. Real heavy duty string, even some fish hooks. Maybe I carry things like marking tape to, if I get turned around and want to try to find my way out. Every once in a while I'll mark a little tree or something, so if somebody's looking for me, they're going to be able to follow my route. I try to wear bright clothing in the outdoors. There's a whole list. If you, at the end of this video, if you glance down, there's going to be what they call a companion article that'll have the things that I'm talking about in this video written out so that you don't have to memorize everything that I'm saying. You can actually memorize, download it for free, and print it, and you'll have a record of, oh gee, yeah, I remember he said, to throw this, some water or some trail mix in your backpack, and that those things are all typed out in this companion articles that will have things related to the particular topic, in this case hiking, attached to it. So the other things that you might want to do is, again, do a little research and mark down hikes that you want to do at different times a year. You might want to incorporate, as I do, a lot of other activities in your hike to make them more interesting. Everything from gathering firewood to photographing wildflowers, photographing wild animals, just different birds, foraging out there, getting some mushrooms or some wild asparagus, or looking for gemstones, while you're out in the wilderness. All of those activities can kind of add to the excitement of your hike, give you things to talk about around the campfire, and just make hiking more interesting for you. So hopefully that's what my video is intended to do, make it interesting enough that you'll actually put your hiking boots on, go out there and give it a try. You don't need much, in terms of equipment. You might want to have a Discover Pass to get some of the trailheads. You might want to have some hiking poles in case you're, for stability on steep trails, etc. But other than that, it's kind of dress for the weather. Knowing that if you're exercising, you're going to be a little bit, warmer and maybe perspiring a little bit. So, carry maybe a change of clothes, a little bit of emergency rain gear. Be prepared for your hike, and if you are, and pick good spots, man, you're going to have a good time out there. You're really going to enjoy and appreciate the outdoors. If you happen to see me out there while you're out there, don't forget to wave.